Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it's that time. We've gone through all the cards, we've done a theory crafting stream. We're gonna talk about what I feel will be the best cards in Wild. We're doing that today, Standard tomorrow, and then the absolute worst cards, just overall, no format in particular, while we have access to the theory crafting account and all the cards and all that stuff. I haven't wailed out that hard. I don't have the cards yet, but yes, it's fun to show it off, and a big thank you guys. We had 61,000 subscribers, which means we're adding another rewards track onto the video here. This one where we're giving away 4 rewards tracks out of my pocket. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is like and comment on that video. It's in the description below. Subscribe to the channel. If we hit 62,000 somehow by Monday when I announce the giveaway winners, we'll add another rewards track on there. So hit that sub button, make me go broke. So starting off with Death Knight, we gotta stick to the rules here. Only expansion cards, because there's the core set, there's the Path of Arthas, but for Wild, I was really impressed, you can see here, by even Unholy Death Knight, and the only card that you can really play in that deck here, honestly, is Necrotic Mortician, which was pretty good. It's a 2-mana 2/3 minion. It requires 2 Unholy Runes, Battle Cry. If a friendly undead died after your last turn, discover an Unholy Rune card. You get value, and when you're hero powering on 1, you're always going to have an Unholy dying, because it's an even deck. You have that 1-mana hero power where your undead always dies at the end of turn. It's a really good play, and I think that deck is going to be a real threat. It is worth noting that Soul Stealer, as well as Corpse Explosion, and Vampiric Blood are all incredible cards. I just don't know how viable a really crazy late game control deck will be in Wild, because these cards really need you to get to the late game, but they're really good, and I love playing them, and I had to shut them out. For Demon Hunter, for me, it's Soul Eater's Scythe. This card, this whole spell archetype, not only is it really fun, I think it's going to be really good. It definitely will be in Standard. In Wild, it might have a shot. When you have cards like Il'gynoth, where you can protect it, put it within the soul, it doesn't get disrupted, you can OTK your opponent. But I played like a whole like relic version with Jace, and I put Yogg-Saron in there, and it was very successful. It is theory crafting, people are having fun, so I don't know how valid it is, but the payoff cards are really strong for the spell package. Fidelity Warband, Deal with the Devil, and Mark of Scorn. So I think the card's got a shot. I don't know what else really stands out here for me in Wild, and you might see this card in tomorrow's video for Standard, because it's a really cool card, and it does feel pretty damn powerful. For Druid, it's a new Brecon. It's not even close. This card might get banned, or they might have to change the way it works, because the way it currently works with Violet Illusionist allows you to play as many minions as you want for free. You can go infinite snip snaps or whatever crazy combo you want. Your cards, all your minions are free, and that doesn't seem like a very healthy mechanic for the game if you can do that. So a new Brecon, absolutely ridiculous with Violet Illusionist, and yeah, I expect to see that either changed or just be out of control in Wild for quite some time. For Hunter, I'm gonna go with Shock Spitter, the 2-mana 2/2 beast that deals 1 damage, improves by your hero attacks this game, where you got a lot of crazy cheap beast synergy in Wild with Starving Buzzard and Harpoon Gun. You could go Candle Shot. This card can be a player there, but overall, Hunter just didn't get a lot that I think will be very good in Wild, so I'm gonna go Shock Spitter, but I honestly don't think any of the Hunter cards are going to make a major impact in Wild, but hey, I could always be wrong on that. For Mage, I'm going to go with Grand Magister Rometh, the 9-mana 5/7 legendary that recasts each spell you've cast this game that didn't start in your deck. This card gives additional redundancy to Quest Mage, and it might make Reno Quest Mage a real threat. Played some variants of it, and it seemed really strong. When you couple it with Vixalis, all of a sudden you have all these great ways of recasting your quest, and well, this card is just also good with coins and biscuits and all sorts of stuff. I would not sleep on this card. It's actually a lot better than I thought, in particular in Wild. For Paladin, I'm gonna go with Blood Matriarch Liadrin, the legendary minion that's a 2-mana 3/2. After you summon a minion with less attack than this, give it Divine Shield and Rush. This card, its interaction with with Call to Arms is disgusting. If you summon this first off Call to Arms, basically everything else, as long as it has less attack, you're giving it Divine Shield and Rush, and as a standalone card, she's just really good in these aggressive decks, and I think an aggressive variant will pop up out of all these aggressive cards, like a Seal of Blood. Really strong card, and also that diamond artwork, holy crap, is it nice. For Priest, I'm gonna go with Grave Digging. Shadow Priest is already a pretty solid deck in Wild, in particular the aggro variant, and giving them cheap card draw was pretty strong for a class that really lacks card draw in that build. It might make Shadow Visions less consistent to get your Mind Blasted and Raised Dead, so maybe that is the thing that kills the card, but overall, it is one of those cards to absolutely look out for, as Priest also didn't get much to help, like, you know, Reno Priest or Big Priest and all that, but Grave Digging, really solid in Shadow Priest. For Rogue, it's gotta be Shadow of Demise. The things you can do with this card in like Pillager Rogue and Miracle Rogue, just doubling up on a coin can be game breaking. It can be absolutely perfect. And every time I saw this card in Theory Crafting, it was just utterly disgustingly good. And yes, I don't think I've overrated this one at all. I think it will be the best wild card, and it might be the best standard card. You have to wait and see for tomorrow though. For Shaman, I'm gonna go with Rotgill, the 5-mana 3/6 undead Murloc. It has Battle Cry, give your other minions Death Rattle, give your minions +1/+1. This can be really good in an aggressive Murloc deck, which certainly exists in Wild, and the remainder of the Shaman cards, I just don't know what you're going to do with them in Wild for the most part, but this is a really solid Murloc, and hell, you can give this to your Shudderwalk and do some pretty cool stuff. For Warlock, I have got to go with Soul Barrage. I can't believe how good this card is in Wild. When you discard this, it's 0-mana deal 6, and when you have cards in Wild, like Expired Merchant and Cataclysm and all these incredible discard effects and Malkazar's Imp into Home Tampering, you can just destroy your opponent from in hand with a card like this, and it just felt incredible. It is absolutely ridiculous how fast this damage piles up, especially when you Cataclysm. The board's empty, that damage is always going face. I think Discard Warlock has a great shot of coming back, and it's going to be because of Soul Barrage. And for Warrior, Blazing Power is an incredible card. I think this card is going to be a terror, an absolute terror for the Risky Skipper style in Rage Warriors. Yes, Risky Skipper is in Wild, and it's not that hard to play Skipper, play a few little cheap things, your board is all damaged, Blazing Power on like a charge minion, a Crab Rider, and it's just like incredible damage in a minion that like you just can't kill, because this can be 2 mana +9/+9. It is a ridiculous card that is going to make Rage Warrior an absolute threat in Wild. And lastly, for neutrals, I've got to go with Astalor, the Bloodsworn. This is a value bomb, but it's perfect for those Reno Renathal style decks. You get some damage, you get armor, and then you get even more damage on the last version. And as long as Renathal stays intact and Reno decks are still, you know, playable, Astalor is a great addition that I do think will see realistic play in Wild and be the best neutral legendary to boot. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think will be the best wild cards from March of the Lich King? If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.